开始。There's something here real quick. Okay. All right. So I know for some reason it says there's 7 people watching, but sometimes people don't see when I go live. So I like to give it a few minutes. I could play some music or something now, and hopefully that'll give people time to get the notification and come in. There's Paul. Righteous evening. Ooh, fettuccine. That sounds delicious. Fettuccine sounds so good. Did you have a good day? Um, don't forget to give me some love, some likes. That's okay. Either like it or don't. Just the interaction is wonderful. I ended up taking a little nap. Didn't mean to. The sunshine was out today. It was a glorious day. God gave us a beautiful, glorious sunshine day today. And I got home and I saw all the stuff around the house I wanted to do. Lots of stuff I needed to get done. Hang pictures, in here. I got some laundry done, but lots of stuff. Going through cupboards, going through closets. I wanted to really attack that. Need to scrub the tub. Like there's a lot. And I thought about all of it. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to lay down for a few minutes, take a little cat nap. And lo and behold, I woke up and it was dark. It was like, here it gets dark early, so it was like, I can't remember, 6 o'clock, something like that. I felt like such a lazy bum that I fell asleep. And my hair today earlier was curly. I don't know if you can tell. It had little tiny curls in it because I'm starting to kind of let it air dry. And so because I'm trying to let my hair get healthier. I'm probably never going to dye it again. Now, I know I said that I'm not going to do extensions anymore, like the tape-in ones, but I was looking at some, and I don't know. If my hair doesn't hurry up, if by summertime it's not to here, well, the end of summer it's not to here, I'm done. I'm going to get my extensions. So my mother, bless her heart, wanted to be nice and give me something that she isn't going to use. Interesting stuff, I tell you. When I show you this, I feel so bad because I have no use whatsoever for these. You're going to die when you see what they are. You ready? You ready for it? Come on, Mom. Seriously? And guess what? They come in all kinds of really pretty colors. I don't know if you guys can see the colors that well, but we have yellow, we have purple, we have mint green, we have apple green, and we have pink. Who in the hell is going to wear these damn things? Hey, they've never been worn before. They're brand new. They're a size 6. Way too big for me, but not my style anyways. I said, Mom, I could probably, hey, Sean, how are you? I said, Mom, maybe I could wear them around the house, like at night with a t-shirt, but not, I can't wear them under pants. Like, can you imagine? I'd have a big gaping bunch of material on my butt. Can you believe this? So if anybody does wear these kind of undies, let me know. I'll ship them to you free of charge. They're yours. Okay? Hey, 5 pair of underwear, brand new, never worn. I'm doing okay. Oh, neat, new Lee Radical jeans. Sean, my mom gave me these underwear. Can you believe that? I'm like, Mom, I'm almost 54, not 85. Come on. I thought that was hilarious. My mother trying to do something nice for me. That's the kind of stuff she does for me. Just nice attempts, but no cigar. Hi, Picker. Picker. Can you believe it? I'm going live for a little bit. It's not going to be long, but I ended up falling asleep. I got home today and I ended up falling asleep. I found a bed that I want, you guys. Tell me what you think of this bed. I'm telling you, I'm hoping it's still available. But some of the stuff that's on this thing for sale, okay, there's these two. Oh, that's cute. That kind of matches mine. Oh, that would match my, my little metal one I have. Bloomers, yes. Okay, where are those two nightstands? It's unbelievable. Oh, that's not bad, but $50? I don't know if that's the kind of style I want, though. Okay. Hold on a second. I have to show you this really quick. You guys are going to die when I tell you the price of these two nightstands. It's ridiculous. Hold on. If I can find them. Oh, I don't see them anymore. Weird. Anyways, they were like $100 and something for these two nightstands. And they look like somebody had taken paint and just splattered paint on them, but they said they're from India. So I guess that's what makes them worth so much damn money. Okay, so I'm going to show you the bed I want. So I hit here, here, and here. Okay. I'm trying to pick my style, you guys, of stuff I want. I want this chair for a little, isn't that a neat chair? I love chairs. I love little end tables. And I love chairs, end tables, and pillows. Those are things I absolutely love. Okay, that sofa was sold. I like this little coffee table. It's like a locker, or like a little suitcase coffee table. It is so cute. Okay, hold on. Stay focused. Here's the chair I want to get. That's the chair. I like that chair. And then don't tell me the bed's sold, please, please, please. I want to get a chase lounge for in here. I'm looking for. Okay, here's the bed. You guys, this bed is so friggin' cute. It's a sleigh bed, but it's got a tufted headboard. It is so adorable. Isn't that cute? It says it's a queen size. And it's quite a ways away from where I am, but I'm hoping that they're not asking much for it at all. Hey, Bebop. I drove past the Watts house on my trip. Hey, Native. How are you guys? You did? Was it weird, Native or Bebop? That's crazy. So I like little accent chairs and little accent tables. Like this chair, I don't know. I want to make like a little sitting area. I want a chase lounge. And then I love this little ladder bookcase. It's really cute. And this chase lounge is really cute too. It says it's cream colored. Okay. But there's also, you guys, this other, it's purple, but it's kind of cool. This purple headboard. It's like a purple color. Or like an eggplant color, I guess you could say. And then this purple accent chair. I don't know. I'm just toying around with a bunch of different ideas, and I'm like, I don't know what I wanted, the style I want. Like I said, I like so many different styles. That anyways, so yeah. Oh shit. I don't need a box spring. I don't need a box spring. Ugh. Anyways, Bebop, Native, did you see the gift my mom gave me? Did you see him? Who needs panties? Panties for sale. I mean, not for sale. Like I said, seriously, if you wear these kind, they're satiny. If you wear this kind of undies, let me know. I will box them up and ship them out to you free of charge. No cost, okay? They're all yours. She knows. I'm just redoing this room, Bebop. I have 2 extra rooms, right? So I have my son's old bedroom, and then I have my daughter's old bedroom, which is this one, which I turned into kind of my streaming room, my office space, whatever. But for the longest time, I just keep wondering, what should I do with it? How should I decorate it? I have so many different ideas. So if any of you guys are good at decorating, I know the things I like, but for me, it's just hard to pull them all together and make them work. You know what I mean? I'm not very good at that. So if anybody has some ideas, I was thinking about putting Marilyn and Audrey back here and getting a few more pictures of them because I love them. And me too. I'm a thong girl too. Auction them off on eBay. Oh my goodness. Why does that not shock me? Sean says. People, raise your hand if you're a thong girl in here. Raise your hand if you're a boyfriend panty wearer. There's boyfriend. There's ones called boyfriend. Raise your hand if you like the ones that are like, they're not all the way thong, but they're not the T-bar. I'm like a T-bar wearer. I'm not like a G-string one. Just use them for your OnlyFans. Native. Oh, you know what I could do? I could use them to clean the mirrors, clean windows. That's a good idea. I am going to put up here my Cash App just so it's up there. If anybody wants to tip me, I'm not going to complain because people keep telling me, you know what? Everybody does it. You're allowed to do it. So I want to show you guys something too that I where is it? Okay, here it is. Here they are. I want to read a couple of things. These are like spiritual sayings, things I'm going to talk about. And when you read stuff like this and you take it in and you really try to apply it to your life, it helps. It really absolutely helps. And there's the 3 C's of life are choices, chances, and changes. I love that. Choices, chances, and changes. I'm commando most of the time. People still wear underwear, Sean said. Well, yeah. I mean, could you imagine being a female? Imagine being a female and you're wearing like, like tight jeans or exercise leggings or whatever. I don't know. I think that'd be kind of gross. Okay. So listen to this. You guys chat, okay? You feel free to chat. Like the other night, I was doing my thing and you guys were doing your thing, having conversations. That's what this channel's here for. So we can just all hang out and share what's going on with each other, pray for each other, have fun sometimes, play games, dance, whatever. So you guys don't have to focus in on what I'm saying. If you're here and you're not commenting, you're just listening, welcome. Hey, it took me a long time to comment in people's chats, and sometimes it can be scary. So if you're just listening, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching us, and yeah. So sorry, I'm trying to read my chat. I'm trying to focus on the chat and what's coming out of here, and I'm not good at doing both. Okay, so this is don't get ahead of God. I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you who are willing to learn with my eye upon you. Psalm 32:8. God has his own timing. He may drop a dream, vision, or idea in your heart at one point in your life and then not ask you to do anything about it for years. Moses underwent a 40-year training period in the desert before he was prepared to fulfill God's call on his life. Even though God has prepared something for you to do, he may still need to prepare you so you can do it successfully. I hope you do not have to wait that long, but no matter what the time frame is, just be patient. Resist the urge to get out in front of God, and don't allow yourself to lag behind him. Trying to move outside of his timing, either too quickly or too slowly, will cause you the kind of frustration that makes you want to give up, because his presence will not be there. But when you patiently move in his timing as he directs, there is nothing that can stop his plan for your life. Whether God asks you to wait 2 weeks or 2 years, be sensitive to his timing in your life and be willing to wait for him as he leads you into the new place he has for you. So when I read that, it made me kind of look back and think, why did it take me so long to do this? Why did it take me so long to do that? Why didn't I follow through with that when I could have right away? And this is my belief, is because I was seeking advice from God. I was waiting on God. I was doing it on his timing. Not to be rude, but not people's timing in here that told me I should have done this sooner or I should have done this soon. No, I was waiting on what God wanted me to do. I believe there's a reason for everything. And we always think we know best. We always think that we know what's best for our lives, but we don't. We don't. Because you know what? When we depend on ourselves, and I've heard a specific creator who doesn't believe in God say, I'm the only one that can do this. I'm the only one that can do that. It's me and my doing good and my. I feel sorry for that attitude. Yes, we do have to put forth the effort, but it's not all about us and what we want. If that was the case, then that would be a selfish way to live. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to be a person who lives selfishly and gives myself credit for everything that happens um and tell God, you know what? I got this. I don't need you. I don't need your direction. I know better than you. No. Now, this only really, it really goes to everybody. But unless you're a person of faith, then this means nothing to you. Waiting on God and, waiting for his timing, and that doesn't mean anything to somebody who doesn't believe in him, but I do. So when I read that, it really hit me, because there's a lot of things that I just think, I want to do this right now. I want to do this right now. I want to do this right now. And no, God says, nope, it's not time. And people say, well, how do you know that God's telling you that? Because you pray about it and you wait and you hear from him. You just do. I mean, it's not a voice that you hear coming out of the sky or your ceiling or whatever that says, okay, you can do it now. No, it's just, you feel it. You just feel it from him, and so no, Sean, he is not. I don't believe that. But maybe God's trying to teach you something through having you be alone. And I know, like, for people who have been alone a long time, it feels like, oh my gosh, am I ever going to find somebody to spend time with? Am I ever going to find that true love? Am I ever going to find my companion? And it feels like it's never going to happen. But it does. It will. It will happen if that's what God wants. If that's what God wants for your life, then that will happen. If it's not, then it won't. But I think God also, so God wants us to be prepared to be able to have a relationship with that person if we find them. And I would say some people, including myself, is not ready. Some people are not ready for a relationship. Some people have to change some things in their lives. Some people need counseling. Some people need to have some kind of motivation in life and some goals, because finding somebody isn't going to complete you because that person can be gone the next day. It doesn't matter. God wants us to be happy and content being by ourselves. If you don't feel content being by yourselves and you're constantly wondering, oh, I need to be with somebody, how come I can't find somebody? Then it's probably going to be even longer. You got to be paying attention to what he's trying to get you to learn through the process. Hold on a sec, you guys. Hold on one second. Anyway, so and Sean, for you, I mean, I know you've shared things in here, and I don't want to say too much either, but there's something that you still need to do before you can really think about moving forward. You know what I mean? And okay, so say I'm at this, I'm going to use me as an example because I don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable. I'm going to use me for an example. So what if I met someone tomorrow, a guy that I was into, someone that I was interested in dating, and he wanted to date? I have to ask myself, if I met that person tomorrow and we are attracted to each other, we got along great, yada, 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 what would I be bringing to him? And yeah, this is going to be a little heavy for now. We can have some fun in a little bit, but literally, like, what would I be bringing to the guy? What would I be bringing to the relationship? I would be bringing somebody who I mean, there's the good things, right? But what about the things that aren't so good? What about the things that need work? Will I be bringing a whole woman to him that is going to add to his life and going to not be still processing past traumas, past abuses, past marriage, or am I going to bring that with me into this relationship? So I think a lot of times when people get into relationships, you take this gal and this guy, or this guy and this guy, or this gal and this gal. They come together, right? Say neither of them, or one of them and one of them not, went through an abusive childhood, say. Maybe an abusive adulthood. But they've come together into this relationship, and this person hasn't gotten any help for this. They haven't healed from it. They haven't learned how to make goals for themselves. They haven't, none of that. And you got this person who's done all of that, right? Or they've never even experienced any of it. So they come together. Everything is great at first, honky-dory. We're having fun, having lots of nookie. I call it nookie. Having lots of bow chicka bow wow. And, going out, watching movies, having a great time. And then something comes up in the relationship to where it's serious. You have to have a serious discussion because there has to be a serious decision made with something. And it's something that possibly triggers the person who's been abused or whatever, abused childhood, whatever. Say she has nightmares. Say she has PTSD. Say when they're going along the road and she sees a man with a little girl in the truck and it triggers something in her, and he can't understand that because he's never been through it. So the whole thing is we don't get necessarily fixed, but we don't heal before getting into relationships. So even if it's not your first relationship, even if it's after a marriage, you have to heal from that marriage because that still is, it's hard and it's grief and it's loss. So unless you heal from that, you're not going to be able to bring your whole self to somebody else. You're going to be bringing a broken person who hasn't picked up the pieces yet. But once you do that work on yourself and you find out who you are, what are your loves? What are your interests? What are your goals? And you work on those things and you're content being by yourself, then you're ready to meet somebody and bring your whole self to them. Does that make sense? Are you understanding what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm going through. I'm not ready to meet Mr. Right, the wonderful man in my life. I'm not ready for that yet. I still have a lot of work to do. And that song, I always sing it. It's a Christian song. It goes, He is working on me. It was a song we sang in Sunday school when we were little. God is working on us, and we need to be working on us. Oh, there's so many examples I could use. One of the people drink, the other one takes pain meds because they've got problems. They have physical problems, whatever. And they're an addict now, and they're an addict with alcohol, but they don't realize it. And then they come together, and there's a lot to it. So unless we're comfortable being alone and we have motivations and goals for our life, then that's good. But we got to get past the trauma from, we have to get past the trauma, period. Like, we can't bring ourselves to somebody else and not be healed. In the right time, you'll meet that special woman and you'll find you're happy. I believe he will. I believe he will. So that's what I got out of that, right? That's what I got out of that one. That's the book. Hold on a second. And then, so that one was, don't get ahead of God. And then here's your relationship with you. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. That is, unselfishly seek the best or higher good for others. Matthew 22:39. We all understand that we have relationships with other people, but did it ever occur to you that you have a relationship with yourself? Think about it. You spend more time with yourself than anyone else. So let me ask you a question. How is your relationship with yourself? Where am I? How is your relationship with yourself? We can come to a place where we love and value ourselves, not out of pride or arrogance, but out of confidence in who we are in Christ. This understanding is the key to embracing the person you were created to be. We can learn to become spiritually mature enough to understand that even when God shows us a change that is needed in us, he is doing it because he loves us and wants the best for us. We can say, I believe God is changing me daily, but during this process will not devalue what God values. I'll accept myself because God accepts me. As you begin to see yourself as God sees you, as someone who's valued and cherished, your view of yourself will begin to change. You'll see yourself as a person who is worth investing in. And then I'm going to go ahead and read, be yourself. I will praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are your works, and that my soul knows very well. Psalm 139:14. In order to overcome insecurities and be the person God has called you to be, it is important to have the courage to be different. Unhappiness and frustration happen when we reject our uniqueness and try to be like other people. God wants you to like and accept the person he created you to be, rather than trying to live up to other people's expectations or be what you think they want you to be. You must ask yourself, am I a people pleaser or a God pleaser? Real peace and joy in life come when we focus on pleasing God, not man. Isn't that the truth? God knew what he was doing when he made you. You are a unique individual, fearfully and wonderfully made by him. Accept yourself as a new creation in Christ Jesus and gain security and confidence by discovering who you are in him. So Oh boy, I get an A plus 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 for people pleasers. I have lived my entire life being a people pleaser. Not so much anymore. I mean, is it still there? Yes. Being a people pleaser is a very hard thing to change. Um, there you go. That's good, Sean. Aw, Bebop, you're so sweet. So, um, being a people pleaser is, I mean, people think that, oh, they just want to be, they just want everyone to like them because they need everyone to like them. Well, that's not it. Sometimes people don't realize that it is so hard on the person that does the people pleasing. It's exhausting, but it's a feeling we have in us that, and I'm not trying to make this all dramatic, but it's abusive. It's an abusive characteristic that comes from abuse. Because you feel like you're either going to be punished, neglected, or not spoken to anymore or not liked if you don't do this thing that somebody wants you to do. So it's not that people pleasers, or at least for me, I'm speaking for myself, wasn't like it's not like, oh, I just have to have everybody like me because I just want everyone to like me. It goes way deeper than that. It's not even about we need someone to like us. It's about we don't want to let people down. It's about we don't want to have somebody upset at us. And it's not the same as, oh, we just want everyone to like us. That's not it. It's we don't want to let people down. Which in turn, hi Robert, how are you, hon? If we let them down, then they're going to be upset with us, right? That's how we feel. And depending on who it is, that can be really ugly. So, Sean says, last marriage ended because my mom lied to her about who my mom is. And when their relationship ended, she knew I could live in the same country as my mom. So she left, and it gave me time to reflect on the type of woman she is, and I didn't like it. I guess people pleasing is way to avoid confrontation too. I mean, if you put that much thought into it, Picker. But for me, people pleasing is like, it just comes second nature. I mean, it's starting to change, but it comes second nature. I mean, it's not like we sit there and think, oh, I need to please this person because, I just don't want to talk to them, or I don't want to have to deal with something. I mean, I guess maybe, yes, that can be for sure a reason why some people do, but it's something done and you don't even think about it all the time, every time, it's just like a part of you. It's bred in you. You know what I mean? So, and no, when you're a people pleaser, then you're also not a self pleaser. You can't be both. So when you're a people pleaser, you've devalued yourself and you care more about everybody else's, what they think or how they're going to feel or whatever over your own mental safety. There's so much that there's so much that goes into this. It's crazy. Trying to think like how to. So When you have it's so hard because when you have traumas coming from all stages of your life in many different areas, like I've told you guys before, you're just going you're living on autopilot. You're not living. You're constantly in fight or flight mode and you're on autopilot the whole time. Just trying to survive in life. It's so crazy, but once you start lifting off the layers, the old layers, as they start peeling off, when you start becoming more healthy and things start to connect and you're like, a light bulb goes off and you're like, oh my gosh, that's why this happened. That's why I felt this way. This is why, things start to connect and you slowly start to put the puzzle pieces together. It takes a long time. And for all the years that you go through that kind of stuff, you're going to have that many years plus, trying to heal. Just a little example, like I said, my therapist was like, Bella, you need to start giving yourself credit where credit's due. Like I said, I've been teaching myself to type. She's like, that takes motivation. You didn't go sign up for a class. And, she goes, you said to me one day that you wanted to get a different job. And there's a certain job that you were interested in, but you had to be able to type, a certain amount of words per minute. And she goes, and the next time I talk to you, you had already been typing for a week, practicing and learning yourself. And she's like, you're 53 years old. That's something to be proud of. And so she's helping me learn to acknowledge the positives that I'm doing, the little things that I'm changing and that I need to give myself credit for. It's okay to give yourself credit. It's okay to say, you know what? Good job. That was awesome. You did an amazing job. That's okay to do. It's not selfish. I used to defend other people before I defend myself. No longer is that good. Yeah. I mean, depending on the situation, but like I'll always defend my kiddos. That's it. Go Bella. It's your birthday. Go. It's not yet. Not for a few more months. The big 5-4. Ew. Yuck. And then a year after that, senior citizens, here I come. Senior citizen, 55 and over living, here I come. I could get a discount. I got a new pillow, guys. And there's a couple other ones I want to see. I love throw pillows. I love these. I would have them all over if I could. But they had this one turquoise color. There was two. There was like a mint green, which was ugly, and then like this dark turquoise. But I'm like, I'm not sure the coloring I'm going to do in this room, so I didn't want to buy the turquoise. I thought, you know what? This will go with a lot of stuff. Nope, not a day over 30. Aw, you're too sweet, Bebo. Hello, Mark. Oh, I'm looking dazzling. Thank you. Oh, it's been a day, but you're going to be 28. You guys are awesome. Not a day over 30. Well, I've been doing my cleaning routine for my face, and I'm sticking to it, you guys. I really am, which I'm proud of, because before I do it one night and I just go to sleep the next night with my makeup on. But I'm really sticking to it. So that's a good thing. How are you doing, Mark? I can't believe, I don't feel like I don't feel like I'm going to be 54, but physically I do. Physically I feel old. Mentally and emotionally, I do not feel 54. I'm not 54 yet, so I'm still 53, guys. Still 53. No, Sosa, not tonight. No, he was here the other night, though, when my kids were here. Thank you, Sean. Yeah, when my kids were here the other night, he was here. And I miss him. He stuck by me the whole time when we were eating dinner. And I still have that Thai food in the fridge. When we were eating dinner, he was sitting right on the floor in the other room, like, because he's not allowed to be in the kitchen. So he sits right there and he looks up at me. So I think I told you guys, I don't know if all of you were in here, but my husband, yes, he has put in for a transfer to a different state to go be with his woman. So, good riddance. See you later. Sosa's not. Sosie's not here, but you know what? I'll do the next best thing. How about this, you guys? I know you guys love Sosie, so hold on a second. Let me get to my... Hold on. I take as many pictures of Sosa as I did my kids when they were... Just kidding. There's him on his new doggy bed. Isn't that so cute? My baby. That's my baby boy. That's my baby. And then my daughter sent me a picture of Pipey. Here's Pipey on the bed I got her. So Piper has 2 new beds. Piper's got the bed that I got Sosa for Christmas that my daughter took because this one was too small for Piper. So she took Sosa's bed. And then I went and got Sosa a new bed. So I never ended up returning that one. It was just in my trunk and I just didn't return it. So I said, you still want that bed? She can have it for an extra bed. And until the last 6 years, I forgot how strong I was. Right. Well, you're too strong, too beautiful, and too good. Aw. So anyways, yeah, she ended up taking that one too. So I guess Piper loves that one too. These boots are made for... Yeah, good riddance. I think they're going to be in... Gosh, where did she say? I don't know. It started with an M. Either Minneapolis or not Minnesota. Somewhere like that. I don't know. No, not yet, but my attorney's working on it. I do have my attorney working on it. So, yay me. And that was a huge thing, you guys. That was a huge thing. Getting to that point of getting an attorney. That was a big step, So that's good. Quite delightful this glorious evening, sir. We missed your presence. Well, facts are, Bebop, when I was in a relationship, I would let other people run over me. That thing not going to happen. Good. Yeah. And the only way we're able to stop that from happening is realizing our worth, right? We have to realize our self-worth. If we don't, then we'll continue to allow people to take advantage of us. We'll allow people to stomp on us, throw us away like trash, It's just the way, because if that's the way we were treated, when we were younger and through our young adulthood, that's what we're used to. And I was talking to my counselor about it, and it makes so much sense. It makes so much sense because when you get into a relationship with somebody and that person may be abusive or, doesn't treat you right. And then you think, God, people ask you, why are you with this person? They're terrible to you. They treat you like garbage. You know why we pick those ones? Because that's what's familiar to us. If, like I said to you guys, if I would have married somebody who treated me good all the time and paid attention to me and all that all the time, then it wouldn't have worked anyways, because that was so unfamiliar to me. So we end up picking somebody that is familiar to what we've experienced in our lives. Had a Buenos bar today and I thought, Mark, Buenos are the bomb. Mark, have you tried the new Buenos that have like the white crispy stuff on top? I want to get, I come across something new I saw and I'm going to get one. Have you guys ever heard of a crackling candle? It crackles while it's burning. It's so cool. It's so relaxing. So I came across this crackling candle and it's really cool. So yeah, I'm messing with my hair. I've got the feathered look like Farrah Fawcett. Who's Sancho? Sancho. Ugh. My eyes have been watering today like crazy. I promise I haven't been crying. Seriously. And that feels nice too. I haven't been crying, crying myself to sleep all the time. I'm not doing that. So that's a really good feeling too, that I don't cry myself to sleep anymore all the time. I mean, there's times, but few and far between than like before. I don't cry myself to sleep like I used to. I don't have the anxiety that I used to have. Like it would just come out of nowhere and I'd be like anxious and I couldn't figure out why. That's really diminished also. So I'm telling you, doing the work on yourself, it really helps a lot of other areas in your life too. My voice is starting to. I want freaking Handmaid's Tale to come back out. Now you got that song stuck in my mind, Bebop. Oh, Picker. I got one of those things in the email too from YouTube, the survey thing or whatever it was. And then I'm so mad at myself because when I was done, and you can't go backwards, there's a couple of things that I forgot I wanted to put in there and I totally forgot about it. I can honestly say since December 20th, I can also say that I've said to myself, it's their loss, not mine. I'm better off without them. That's right. It's their loss. It's their loss. You know what kind of person you are. You know what you have to offer somebody. The Tinder Swindler is a crazy show. Oh, the movie, Native? I saw that posted somewhere on Was it on Netflix, maybe? There's a new show out. I don't know if it's a movie or a series or whatever, but I saw that somewhere. I'm just amazed, to be honest. I'm amazed that I was such a good mom. Like, I'm amazed considering the hell I came from that I didn't repeat the same shit my mom did. That's what amazes me is that I pulled, I pulled from down deep in me, and it just, I got the strength, and then everything just came natural to be a nurturing, loving mother. And Lord knows I did not have that, but I was that for my kids. And I just say, and I've always said it, I give the credit to God. God has been with me through my entire life. God has been with me since the day my mom kicked me out of the house at 15 years old and I was on my own. He was with me when I worked at that dance club. He was with me when I was in that man had me in that bathroom at that park and almost arred me, and he got me out of the situation. Like, so many things. It could have ended up horrific. And I swear God's been watching over me. Could be my daddy too. My daddy could have been watching over me too. He could be my guardian angel. Maybe my dad's my guardian angel. Maybe he's my guardian. Maybe it's my dad. God was, no, it wasn't a strip club picker. Do you have PTSD from your marriage? I think you told us before your husband. I had PTSD from my childhood, and my husband, I don't like to sit up here and bash him and try to make him look bad. My husband was abusive physically one time. One time in front of the kids, they saw it. They remember it to this day. They've brought it up to me. His was more financial and mental, emotional abuse. But yeah, he was physical with me one time. Another time he was violent. He took his arm and dragged it across my dresser with all my bottles of perfume and threw it across but that he didn't touch me. And then he was abusive in other ways, like filming us without my knowledge and, hiding it from lots of weird things he did. That was, God was with me. Bebop. But yeah, there's so many traumas. So there's so many traumas that I've gone through in life, but I don't sit here and like day after day after day focus on those traumas and bring them up in my head and talk about them on a daily basis. Slowly but surely, I'm just healing myself, which will heal all of that. Like a queen and you search. Aw. And I just, that's right, Sean. Will you be my Valentine or do I have to be on the back? Mark is the only one and first one who asked me to be their Valentine. So yes, Mark, I will be your Valentine. Nobody's asked me to be their Valentine yet. There you go. Mark asked me. I have a Valentine. Aw. I gotta send you a box of chocolates. It is scary, Bebop. I told you guys, thou art a virtuous woman and light. Group hugs. I've told you about that time, and after I cried and asked him, why would you do that without saying, hey, honey, you want to make a videotape? Because this was back when it was in the videotapes, right? And I said, I just feel violated. Even though he was my husband, he did it without my knowledge. And it was just creepy because there was that along with other things. Okay. It wasn't just that. There was other things that made me feel very uncomfortable. And so he said he wouldn't do it again. And and then he did it again. And he laughed about it. My husband totally devalued me. He did not care about how I felt about anything ever. It was like I would speak, but he would just not it was nothing to him. He didn't care what I thought, how anything he did made me feel. The fact that I didn't like him, being addicted to porn was, you know, too bad. That's ridiculous that would bother you, he said. But again, hi Chicano. Part of I now that I've been growing and healing myself, part of that was because of my abuse as a child and the way I was treated as a girl. The pornography bothered me. It just did. It made me sick to my stomach. It made me just when he touched me, it made me feel gross. And I've shared this stuff with you guys once or twice before. I've shared it with you before. I know that. And there was one thing that I could not. It was weird because there came a point to where I wouldn't let him do it anymore. But it made me feel just disgusting. And that was him, orally for women. I didn't like it. It just, him, the whole fact it was him made me sick to my stomach. And it's because of the way he treated me. And it wasn't like he was comforting and loving through how I felt because of my sexual abuse and abuse as a child and a young lady. It wasn't, he wasn't loving and supportive. He was, let's just make her feel worse. Let's just devalue her anyways. Without your knowledge is very creepy. Yeah. If he would have just asked me, hey, honey, I would rather have him looked at me than pornography. Yeah. Just ask me, talk to me about it. I would have asked you about it. I just didn't think you'd accept it since, I would so have. I wish the cast of Full House were here. I need a mark. Chicano, how have you been? No, there were a couple of scary things. So I was watching, I got caught up in the conversation before I got to us. Oh, Sean, I got it. Okay. I was listening to something on YouTube and it was about kids in Hollywood. And it's really sad what the kids in Hollywood go through. It's sickening. They use these kids. I'm not going to talk much about it because YouTube gets all bitchy about that kind of stuff. But they've got their whole system going with these kids, But, so if you can figure out why you feel a certain way, if you're in a healthy enough place to recognize it, to name it, and then deal with it and then move on, then that's the way to deal with it. But if you don't know why you feel a certain way or why something's affecting you a certain way, you can't name what it is. You just know that this person, the way they treat you, is hurtful in many different ways. But it triggers something from how you were treated in the past. There's so much to it, you guys. There's so much to it. And I've talked, and I know you guys, I hope you remember me talking about this, but I've said before that I wanted to go do like a reach out program to young girls and talk about this stuff, because it's just kind of funny because now this other person all of a sudden wants to do the same thing. It's like, I swear, people need to learn how to be original. People need to learn how to, you're never going to come into your own as long as you're, as long as you are trying to, what's that word I use? Oh, I just had it on the tip of my tongue. If you can't be unique, if you have to try to, somebody else. I use this word. I can't think of the word. Don't hold the back of our head during a meeting. We hate that. Bebop, I love you. Right. Some just can't be the leader. So they're caught. But there's a word I call it. There's a word I say. Like there's literally people that go around and look for stories of people on YouTube or social media, and then they pretty much emulate. That's it. Like if you can't just tell your story and you have to make it sound as bad or if not worse than everybody else is out there, and then you have to take their ideas, like you're never going to heal. Like learn to be your own individual. Everybody has a story. That's true. But I don't believe if you've really suffered from abuse, domestic violence, like SA, all of that, I just don't believe that you come and shout it from the rooftops every single day on social media trying to convince everybody that you have. Like, you may mention it, you may talk about it every once in a while, and I think another thing too is women who have experienced domestic violence and the other things, we see the signs of people that have. There's just certain ways you won't talk or certain ways you won't act around your abuser, or you know what I'm saying. I People that lie about domestic violence makes me sick. Don't lie about, there's too many women who have completely experienced it and have been killed from it. So how dare anybody try to make their domestic violence sound worse than other people's? So when you think about it, think about how many children are going through abuse right now. But there's abuse in so many different fashions, There's abuse in so many different ways. You don't have to be hit to be abused. Oh, Mark, you do? Sexy? I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I couldn't be sexy if I tried. I'm just not the sexy type, guys, okay? I'm not sexy. Do you think I'm sexy? Come on. Let me try to be sexy. Hold on. Someone tell me do a sexy look. Hold on. You want to see my sexy look? Wait. I can't stand it when I see women trying to be all. Oh my gosh. Do you think I'm sexy? Wait. Do you think? I always got to put some kind of joke in it. I always got to screw off somehow. I'm not a sexy type. In my younger days, sure. Not now. You guys, being sexy is overrated. Who needs to be sexy anymore? Shit. Ooh, Picker wants Bebop to come up. No, probably not. Native. I don't want to. I just gave my kids money for their birthday, so I got to be calm for a little while. But if I do end up doing it, I would get short ones, short enough for me to type. I can't think about kids like that too sad. I know, I can't either. It's devastating. You are sexy. You are sexy in the way you are without trying. So, aw, you're naturally beautiful and sexy and don't have to try. Aw. Verbal abuse a lot of times is more destructive than anything else. That's what my therapist told me when I went to that therapist for 2 years. Yeah. She said, okay, same example. It's better. She said it would have been better for my son, my daughter too, to not have their father in their life on a daily basis because of the way he treated them while he was there on a daily basis. So it's better to not have the person around who's going to reject you on a daily basis. So then you don't have to feel that rejection on a daily basis. It's healthier for the child to not have that parent around than to have them around and have to feel that neglect or that rejection. But which one is worse, emotional abuse or physical? Ooh. They're both awful, but Native, I would say emotional abuse for me. I mean, and I've heard domestic abuse survivors, domestic violence survivors say that for them, that the bruises heal, the black eyes heal, but the emotional abuse doesn't. It takes a long time. And they've said they'd rather deal with being hit. So, I mean, I don't think anyone's better. Any abuse is better, but to some people, they would rather deal with being hit than the other. So, yeah, sticks with you longer. And it affects you in so many different ways. The emotional and verbal abuse affects you in so many different ways, you know. I don't know. So, I mean, even though my husband only hit me one time, I have suffered physical abuse from past boyfriends in the past. The one guy, did you hear Letitia Stouch pled not guilty by reason? Oh, of course, I knew it. Bebop, you guys look on Picker's true crime. Give him some views, please, you guys. His channel's awesome. Look on his channel at the articles. You wouldn't believe all of these kids who are being murdered by their parents, especially when a parent verbally abuses. It's terrible. But yeah, but the one guy, oh my gosh, he threw hot coffee at me, right? Hot coffee on me. He took cigarettes and put them out on me. He was very abusive. He didn't like hit me, punch me though. He did weird other things. It's just these men He would do things like make me get out of the car at night when we were driving somewhere, and he'd get mad at me. He'd make me get out of the car in the dark and lock the doors, like shit like that. But he never hit me. He just did a lot of things, other things. Yeah, it was. I didn't. Now I would be Bob. I didn't have the. I didn't have the confidence to stand up. And that's the thing too, is if you're abused, you don't stand up. You just don't. You're too beaten down and broken down. But by the grace of God, I'm not dealing with that anymore. And my mind and my heart, everything is healing and becoming healthy. I mean, Visine, I like the way you think. I like the way you think, Bebop. Visine in the coffee. I mean, why not? Nowadays, if someone did that to me, there's women though who have become murderers. They've murdered a husband, or if you think about, say, a woman who has done that, but maybe that woman has suffered a lifetime of pain, abuse in every way possible. And then one day she snaps and takes out all of the pain and hurt and all of that she's had from every person that's abused her on that current abuser and takes him out. That's it. Ooh, native. I like that. No. Did you have a bad day, dear? Don't mess with me. And you'll find someone way better, someone who will make you feel special, especially in the. I've never had that, except that guy I told you I dated who was a child therapist, a child psychologist. That and there, that's a perfect example. I couldn't stand it. He was too nice. He treated me too good, and that relationship didn't work out. Like, because back then I was kind of freaky deaky, back in the day. And so, when we would be doing our thing, I don't like to be crude and talk crude about it on here. So I try to be gentle a little bit, but I had things, and I would like say, do this to me and he would stop and he'd look at me and he'd be like, why do you feel like you deserve to be treated that way? I'm like, what are you talking about? I'd be like, at the time, for my age, I didn't realize it was, abnormal. But I don't know. I'm lucky I'm still here. That's all I can say. The positions I put myself in out there in life, I'm lucky I'm still alive. What's your age range do you like if you were to date someone? I would say I would not date anybody younger than 45, probably. Because as it is, men mature a lot slower than women, mature faster than men. So we're already advanced that way, So when these women get with these guys who are in their 20s, 30s, and they're 50 something, or they're 40 something and they're going out with 20-year-olds, there's too much life to be lived from 20 to 40. You know what I mean? And you're just on a completely different wavelength when it comes to your mind. It's just totally different. So I don't think I'd be able to connect with somebody younger than 45, probably. Think about this. If I said 40, that's almost 15 years younger than me. That's crazy. You can cross up. Sean says, I turned 45 this year. We love that you're a smart ass, Bebop. You add spice. So does Native. You guys all do. Sean, you turned 45. Oh my gosh, I'm older than all of you in here. Do you know that? I'm older than all of you in here. Wait, no, I'm wrong. There's somebody else that's older in here. I'm not going to say, but all right, guys. I don't know what I'm going to do when I get off of here. 28 is older. There you go. Robert turned 70 in 13 days. And that's like 15 years the other way. Isn't that crazy? Almost 15 years. I'm addicted to this cereal, you guys, that I bought, that I've been eating a shit ton of. I think I can I switch it? Hold on. Let me see. Can I get... No, it's already been... What is it? It's already been an hour and a half, you guys. I'm going to get off of here. I got to eat something and then try to get to bed. It's a Friday night and I'm going to bed, right? Or I might watch a movie. Okay, you guys. I might come on tomorrow. I might come on this weekend. If it's sunny, I might end up watching SOS, depending on what my work schedule is. I'm waiting to hear back. So I might bring him over here. I already talked to my boy. I'm going to give my son my couch in the family room because I don't use it. So I'm going to give him the couch. And so I called him about that. And I told him, let me hear from my boss and find out if he needs me this weekend at all. If not, then I'll watch SOS. Good night, Picker. Oh, thank you. Is that show on a link, Picker? Is there a link? Does that show up in blue for you guys? It doesn't on StreamYards for some reason. I'm August birthday and both my ex-wives are March. One is my age and the other one is a year younger than Bella. Good night, Native. Yeah, you guys, thanks for hanging out with me. And I will I've been trying to come on more. And then, thank you so much, Picker. What was I going to say? I might, if I don't have to work, I might go out and do some stuff. And maybe I'll go live. So, Robert, where'd it go? I'm going to post this up here so you guys can see it. Where's Robert's comment? Is it way far up? Why do I not see Robert's comment? There it is. I turned 70 in 13 days. Bebop, you're going to see Robert before then. You better. Good night. 13 days. So today is, good night, Sean. Today is the 11th. right? So your birthday is on the 23rd. Wait, 11 and 10 is 21. No, the 24th. Oh, Mark, it's peanut butter and it's by Kashi. Oh my gosh. I love it. I'll post a picture of it on the community page. Okay. God bless, sweet dreams. Sleep with the angels. And I will see you guys this weekend probably. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye, guys.